Mixing is an art form that can dramatically enhance the sound of your tracks, making them come alive. It can be the difference between a good track and a great one, between an amateur sound and a professional one. So, let's dive in and explore the realm of mixing. Stick around for the first tip on how to start your mix with proper gain staging. Our first tip is all about gain staging. This is the process of managing the levels of your audio signals to ensure a clean mix. A good rule of thumb is to aim for an average level around -18 decibels. This leaves enough headroom for dynamic fluctuations and prevents unwanted distortion or clipping. Remember, it's easier to add gain later than to remove distortion caused by overdriving your signal. With your gain levels set correctly, let's move on to the next tip: mastering the basics of EQ. Tip number 2 is mastering the basics of EQ. Imagine EQ as your audio sculpting tool. It allows you to carve out a unique space for each instrument in your mix. The secret sauce? Cutting frequencies that are unnecessary or fighting with other elements, and boosting those that showcase the best qualities of each track. This balance helps each instrument shine in its own right. Now that you've understood how to use EQ, let's proceed to controlling the dynamic range. The third tip is controlling the dynamic range of your tracks. To achieve this, we employ 2 key techniques: compression and limiting. Compression helps to smooth out the volume, ensuring your quiet parts aren't too soft and your loud parts aren't too overpowering. Limiting, on the other hand, puts a hard stop on your track's volume, preventing any accidental spikes. Both techniques contribute to a consistent, punchy, and clear mix. With the dynamic range under control, it's time to explore panning. Tip number 4 is about experimenting with panning. This technique is a powerful tool in your mixing arsenal, offering a way to create a sense of space and width in your mix. Think of your mix as a stage, where each instrument takes its place. Panning allows you to position these elements across the stereo field, helping you avoid clutter and achieve a balanced, immersive sound. Having explored panning, up next is using reverb and delay effects. Our 5th tip involves the careful application of reverb and delay effects. These 2 can be your secret weapons in adding depth and dimension to your mix. Think of reverb as creating an acoustic space for your instruments, while delay can create a sense of movement and rhythm. But remember, less is often more. Use these effects sparingly and always with a clear intention. Overuse can quickly lead to a muddy and cluttered mix. With effects covered, let's move on to the concept of subtractive mixing. Tip number 6 is about practicing subtractive mixing. This technique is all about taking away rather than adding on. It's like sculpting a statue from a block of marble. You chip away what's unnecessary to reveal the masterpiece underneath. In the context of mixing, this means removing unwanted frequencies and elements. It's a powerful way to maintain clarity and prevent your mix from becoming muddy. Less really can be more when it comes to crafting a clean, professional sound. Subtractive mixing done right, it's time to reference professionally produced tracks. Our 7th tip is all about using reference tracks. These are professionally produced tracks that you admire, preferably within a similar genre to your own work. Comparing your mix to these can highlight areas for improvement, helping you to tighten your sound. It's a valuable reality check, ensuring your mix is balanced and translates well across different playback systems, from high-end speakers to earbuds. Having referenced your tracks, let's delve into the power of automation. Tip number 8 is utilizing automation. Automation is your secret weapon for breathing life into your mix. It allows you to alter volume, panning, and effects parameters over time, creating a truly dynamic and engaging listening experience. Imagine your mix as a living, breathing entity, with automation as its pulse. It's all about movement, evolution, and storytelling within the sonic landscape. With automation under control, let's consider the importance of your monitor environment. Our 9th tip is ensuring you have a well-treated monitor environment. It's essential to mix in a space with accurate monitoring systems and sound treatment. This will allow you to hear your mix as it truly is, without the coloration caused by room acoustics. It's a critical step in making informed decisions about your mix, helping you to pinpoint issues and fine-tune your sound to perfection. With a good monitor environment, the final tip is all about taking breaks. Our final tip is to always take breaks during your mixing sessions. It's easy to get caught up in the process, but remember, your ears need rest. Continuous listening can lead to fatigue and cloud your judgment. Pausing regularly allows your ears to reset, ensuring you maintain objectivity and precision in your decisions. So step away, grab a coffee, take a stroll. When you return, you'll hear your mix with fresh ears. With all these tips at your disposal, you're set to craft professional quality mixes. That's a wrap on our top 10 mixing tips for achieving professional quality sound. Remember, proper gain staging, effective EQ use, dynamic range control, creative panning, and judicious use of effects like reverb and delay can elevate your mix. Subtractive mixing, regular use of reference tracks, automation, and a reliable monitor environment are key. And don't forget to take breaks. All these elements combined will guide you towards a polished, professional quality mix. Thanks for watching, and happy mixing.